What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and you're watching our ACC football channel. And our 2019 college football schedule previews continue with the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. You can see their schedule on your screen. It's not too tough of a schedule. You look at the non-conference games: USF, Citadel, and Temple. And then of course Georgia. So that's going to be a tough one, but not that bad of a non-conference schedule. It's going to be interesting to see what this Georgia Tech team looks like. Jeff Collins takes over as their head coach. They're going away from the triple option. He says he's going to try to fit the offense into what the players that he has can do. So what exactly will that look like? We really don't know. They didn't even have any tight ends really on the roster, the kind that he would like to use. So there are a lot of growing pains, I think, for Georgia Tech when you transition from a triple option offense to a multiple offense, or whatever you want to call it. And I think it may be a rough year, honestly, for them in 2019. You can't really lean on the defense because they lost a lot from this defense from last season. So that's going to be a major concern. Offensive line lost several guys. Are they going to have a quarterback that can throw the football? That'll be a big question. They have receivers that really just came in to block mostly. So how is that going to work out? Very, very interesting team to watch, and we'll see how this transition, how it goes. Does it go really well year one, or does it take a couple of years? We shall see. And again, you look at the schedule. They open up with Clemson on the road. That is not how you want to start the season. Now that's going to be tough. USF after that is going to be tough. Then they get a break with the Citadel. Temple on the road. Collins' old team. That is going to be an interesting matchup there. North Carolina after that. Then it's a road game against Duke, a road game against Miami. Pitt at home, at Virginia. Virginia Tech, NC State. And then, of course, they close things out with the Georgia Bulldogs in a game that's going to be really tough. So let's give them their easy wins and their guaranteed losses. We have two of those. We have the Citadel as a win, Clemson as a loss. You can probably put Georgia as a loss also, but the game's at home. It's a rivalry game. We're not going to say they have no chance, but really they probably don't have any shot in that game, especially the way that game has gone the last few years. So you got a game that they'll win and a game that they'll lose, and then you have the rest of these games to try to figure out what their record's going to be. And it's really tough to say because we really have no idea what this Georgia Tech team is going to look like or how good they're going to be. And so we're going to have to keep a pretty wide margin for this team. I think best case scenario is they find a way to win their non-conference games against USF and Temple. That gets you to 3 wins. North Carolina, maybe they pull off a win there. Duke is on the schedule, a road game, but they might be down a little bit this year. And then you got NC State at home. That's a game I would circle that they might have a chance in. That's going to be, I believe, a Thursday night game. So perhaps they could find a way to win that game. So yeah, I think best case scenario for this team is maybe they get to 7 wins, 7-5. I think that's going to be tough to do, honestly, but maybe they can get there if things go their way. But then on the flip side, I think worst case scenario is 3 wins. Yes, really, I think they could only win 3 games. They're going to beat the Citadel. I think they'll at least beat USF or Temple, and they'll pick up a conference win also. So I think even if everything is the worst case scenario, I still think Georgia Tech finds a way to get to 3 wins. So I realize that's a pretty wide margin, anywhere between 3-9 and 7-5 in the regular season, and I think it's more likely that they finish in the middle to lower part of that. 4 or 5 wins, in my opinion. Again, it's a transition year, and I think it's going to be a rough year, and I think it's going to take a little bit of time. I could be wrong, and this is a very, very early evaluation. We'll do a lot more looking into these teams and hopefully see how they do in the spring and how this offense looks, and also how this defense looks. A lot of new faces there. So yes, Georgia Tech, a team with a lot of question marks heading into 2019, and that's why we have a lot of questions about what their record could wind up being. Again, very, very wide margin there. Thank you for watching this video. If you are an ACC football fan, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us your thoughts down in the comments below. And for the latest in ACC football, keep it right here.